What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Stellar, Lumens, XLM. Hit that like button, subscribe, and thank you all for being here. It is the 30th day of June, and here we are. 5 days. It says 11 hours left. It's more like 5 days and 10 hours left in this week. We are up a little bit this week. We were up a little bit more before Bitcoin started to dump. We were up, up a good bit, up like 6% on the day, I think, or something like that. Let's see, what were we? At the high, you're up 7% on the day, not bad. All the way up to about 19 cents there, just below 19 cents. Now here we are at 17.5 cents. What you did there for a time looked nice, but really what it is, I think it's very obvious now, you were just finding resistance at prior support, also at prior resistance. This is not good. This likely will take you down to these lows, where you might find your next area of support, find resistance at prior support, and then continue to shift down. Inevitably, Stellar Lumens, you are going to see prices below 13.9 cents. Okay, just get used to it. It's going to happen. Okay, it's okay, but it's going to happen. Oh man, wow. Not only that, not only did you reject the prior support and prior resistance, you rejected your golden ratio zone. Lower. Yeah, absolutely lower, man. We'll see you at 11 cents to 8.7 cents. Coming soon to a theater near you, man. It's gonna happen, and it's probably not gonna happen. When I say coming soon, it's not gonna happen like this. You know, maybe it takes time. Could be a month, could be 3 months, but somewhere in that next quarter of a year, and probably on the more near side to that quarter, we will see this lower area. This is what I call the primary target zone, the 1272 to the 1618, 8.7 cents to 11.3 cents. That's your target area. From here, 17.5 cents. Stellar Lumens at its current price, I mean, that would provide a 35% to about a 50% drop overall. Let's look at the short-term stuff, see if we see anything that's more exciting, less depressing, but likely that's just your longer-term, mid-term path. 1 hour time frame here, 17.6 cents right now, coming up, volume's picking up as you're moving down. I mean, I think you're going to go lower, man. Yeah, RSI was building here, nice, and now you're breaking out of that uptrend. It looks like you're breaking out of it, so probably come down. You might see a little bit of volatility. Perhaps we go back above 18 cents, but I'm not too excited. MACD is bullish for the time. Stochastics have reset. Yeah, maybe you do move back up above 18 cents for the coming hours, but I would expect that you go lower as time goes on. 4 hour time frame here. The 4 hour RSI doesn't look half bad if we're being fair. The stochastics are right at an area to bounce. The MACD's just been green for so long, and you could be green for so much longer. There's no rules against it, but I would expect that you turn red at some point. And I mean, here the MACD could be finding resistance. You know, if you move up a little bit, if you stagnate for a second in this area without moving up, your MACD can move up to this zero level, find resistance, and then maybe tomorrow or the next day you start to see that progression to the downside. Daily time frame here, looking at this, yeah, you're at an area where it makes sense to find a little bit of support, honestly, on the RSI. Maybe go a little bit lower first. Stochastics are oversold. MACD is crossing through the threshold. Yeah, man, you do look bad. So whatever support you find here, it will be momentary. I doubt you get above this high. I doubt you get above these points of support and prior resistance. You're probably biding your time before going lower. And when you do go lower, I mean, I suspect you would at least, I mean, maybe you find support at 16.4 cents. Maybe you find support at 15.2 cents. I mean, I could see that happening. You're just whittling your way down, but I would think at least you go down to 11.34 to 8.72 cents. I mean, I think that's kind of inevitable at this point. So that's really all I have. We can look at this on the weekly basis too, actually. Let's just see if we can make sense out of this. Last bear market lows to the bull market highs. It's crazy that Stellar Lumens got a lower high cycle over cycle. Stochastic or golden ratio support, 382 resistance. Yeah, this is very common behavior. Right here, what we're seeing, golden ratio to your 382 when working your way down to the 786, 886 area. This is your bear market target zone. If you're looking to buy Stellar Lumens, if you're gung-ho bullish on Stellar Lumens and you want to buy this and hold this, you want this to be a primary factor in your portfolio for the next bull market, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, but I would heavily encourage you to consider waiting to throw money into this thing until it's at 11.2 cents or lower. Maybe even just below 10 cents, 9 cents. 9 cents, 11 point, let's say 11.3 cents. That window of opportunity will be the window of opportunity for Stellar Lumens. It probably happens by the end of this year. And that's all I got for you. That's the end of it. So hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I will see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. I guess I can look at this real quick. Yeah, it just seems like you're at a point to find resistance. You don't look strong here at all, man. You look ready to go down. You had your fun in the sun since February. Now it's time to find resistance and go back down. Lower lows. Here you go. I actually want to see this real quick. I know I keep saying I'm going to end the video, but just hold on. Is there anything? I mean, look at that, man. That 786 to 886 area is very well encapsulated by this 1272 to 1618 area. I mean, it makes sense, man. It really makes sense. And just because, again, statistically speaking, from here, the likelihood would be that you go down to this area. It doesn't mean you can't wick below. You could. The golden ratio from this low to high is just below there, so you could. I don't think you see a lower low than this. We've said that. I've said that even at the highs here whenever we were talking about going lower. You know, we were a little bit bullish on the highs, that we might go a little bit higher for a time there. We got excited, but then, quickly flipped bearish, I think. Where did we flip bearish? Let's see. No, we were bearish on these highs. I'm sorry, I was bearish on these highs. We were bullish here to go above those highs, but then on this day, the 19th, we've been bearish ever since the 19th. So a little bit of back and forth. You had a chance, man. You had a chance. Volume was coming in. You looked good. You had a chance to move up higher, but you just relinquished that chance. It was a psyop, fake out, and, well, lower you go. At any rate, since these times, been talking about how you probably do form a higher low. That higher low likely comes into this area here. I wouldn't be surprised either. Mark my words. This higher low is going to come in line with this trend line. You're going to break below this trend line. And then it's when you break below this trend line, everyone's going to freak out. Oh no, Stellar Lumens broke significant structure, and then it pumps. Well, maybe then it accumulates and then it pumps. But again, I'm just talking at this point. I'm wasting time. So I've given you my thoughts. I hope you enjoyed them. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.